Why not? I'm sure the best. Good evening. Hi, I'm Amy Tanaki, and I'm one of the orchestra teachers here in Sycamore. And we only had one super cute sixth grade piece for you because they've learned a gigantic piece that we're going to play at the very end. So we're going to do a super quick set change. Seventh graders, go. And then we'll be back. Thanks. This is a fun maze up here. There's way too many chairs. All right, so we have seventh grade orchestra now. We have two pieces for you tonight. The first is The Gift, and it got its title as the composer wrote it for his son. So it's every section has a moving line, and it fits together really nicely. It's really beautiful. And the second one, Cellos Olé, features our cellos, and it has some percussion parts. The other thing I want to let you know is that we have a couple violists that have learned violin. So we have so many violas in our seventh grade orchestra, which is awesome. More violas than violins, which is usually the opposite. So I asked a few of them if they would be willing to learn how to read a different clef and learn a different instrument and play on the concert. And they were like, sure, I'll do that. So a couple of them are doing that, so you'll see some instrument changes. And one violist is also playing the violin part, but still on her viola. So much talent. So we're super excited to share these two pieces with you. Okay, we need a little introduction for our guest soloist. So it occurred to me a few years ago that we know this person really, really well because she's kind of changed our community, but maybe you all don't know her really well. So I asked her to come out and solo with us, and she agreed because she's a fantastic person. So a little background story besides what's in the program. But Ann Matska Smelser moved here to Sycamore when she was a little girl, and there was no orchestra program. There was an orchestra program, but it had gone away and come and gone away, and there wasn't one here in Sycamore when she moved. So her family went to the Board of Education, and little baby Anne, who had learned the violin, played for them, and they kind of showed that if you start anything, any education, whether it's math or reading or music at an early age, you can do amazing things. And they said, you know, you're right, so let's bring the orchestra program back. So, without me getting emotional, we kind of owe our program to her family. So I'm going to stop talking. Miss Ann, come out. Before we play our final 8th grade piece, it's a tradition that we do a special 8th grade piece for our leaving 8th graders, and I'm going to try really hard not to cry, because I can already feel it coming on again. We'll keep a tally. How many times Mrs. Tanaki get emotional? So we started a new tradition last year that I handed out a yellow piece of paper to our 8th graders so that they would remember our classroom rules as they move forward. So in our classroom is hanging a yellow sign that I refer to, I don't know, daily, to follow the yellow sign. So it says, in this room, we share the sound and take care of one another. So everybody gets their own yellow sign to bring home tonight. So you will remember to take care of one another. So make sure you get one. Okie dokie. And we also have a special director's award that is given out to the 8th grade class. They vote on one person they think is the most deserving that shows loyalty and responsibility and dedication to the orchestra program. Sarah Siddiqui, Director's Award winner. You can tell they worked really hard on that piece. It's a really, really neat piece. So Sarah, now that I'm not crying, you'll get a plaque that hangs in the orchestra room with your name on there forever. But then you'll also get your own separate plaque, but we give that out at 8th grade awards night. So extra special. And I gave Sarah that little violin solo 5 days ago. And I was like, hey, you know, in the original, there's a flute solo. And we wrote it out for violin. You want to do it? And she's like, seriously? The concert's like in a few days, Mrs. Tanaki. I was like, you got it, it's fine. And she did it. So there you go. Deserving of the word, absolutely. As we organize to our mass chaos on stage, after the concert, feel free to get some handouts about summer lessons. So I am teaching cello lessons this summer, so there's a little half sheet. Can you hear me over the students? A half sheet, this thing here, and then a full sheet for other private teachers in the area. So feel free to get those after the concert. Not now, but wait. I think we all made it on stage. Are we all here? I think so. Before we play our final gigantic piece, which the first time we've all played it together was tonight on stage for the rehearsal. And one of the sixth graders today said, I'm like, listen, there's 85 of you on stage. We all just have to stay together and we'll be good. And someone said, Mrs. Taki, how are you going to control 85 of us all at once? I'm like, it's going to be a challenge, but we're going to do it. So good luck to us. But before we do that, we have some raffle items. So at the middle school, on the board every week, are some vocab words that they are graded on over the course of 3 years. But every week, there's a couple words on the board, and if they would like to, they can define them, and if they get them correct, they put them in a little raffle thing like this. And at the end of each quarter, I pull some names out, and they get prizes. And at their elementary concert last night, Mrs. Marbury did an amazing job scoping the community and asking in case anybody would like to donate some raffle prizes. And the amount of prizes that she got was unbelievable from all the local organizations. So we had so many prizes, I was like, hey, I'm gonna give some to the middle school kids. So we have some exciting prizes. Are you ready? I have 15 that we get to hand out. So prizes, you get first come, first serve. But there are Ollie's cards, and Culver's, and Tropical Snow, and, because the Briscoe's on it, Orchestra Family, and, Kishwaukee Symphony. They donated a couple tickets. So if we have 3 sets of those, you can go to any concert for their next season, which is awesome. So I'm going to pull 15 names. Are you ready? Here, Sarah. Help me out. Pull some names. Dig down in there. Pull one at a time. Callie Kness. That's one. Faster. We're going to be here forever. Only one-time winner, but nice job, Callie Kness. That's true. Elizabeth Kleckner. 2. Vivi, 3. Riley, 4. Sophie, don't pick tropical snow. Ethan, Bodie. Sam Crutcher, I'm gonna dig down in here too. What number am I on? Grace Mills.
7.
Austin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Caitlin Liesefeld. 10. Avery DeReuter. Elizabeth, overachiever. Another Elizabeth. Maggie. Rita. Sophie again. Natalia. Last one. Here we go. I'm going all the way down for like first quarter names, all the way at the bottom. Last one. Avery Gertis. Woohoo! All right, so come get your prizes at the end. Nice job, guys. Oh, I remembered one thing. And then I think I have everything. Back in March, we did our Solo and Ensemble Festival. If you remember, all parents, that came out and the students learned solos. If they take private lessons, they could do that for extra credit. But everyone was paired up either in a duet or a trio or a quartet, and they were forced to learn their own part. That's the beautiful thing about solo and ensemble. You're the only one on your part. So they grow so much as individuals in that few short weeks where they're learning their parts. So if you got a Division I rating, you get a fancy medal. Get ready. Ooh. Right? No, not yet. Just ooh. And Division II winners get a ribbon that's, very good. So I thought I'd call all their names, but it's pretty much everyone on stage, which is awesome. So I will have those for you next week at school. And 8th graders, you get yours at the award ceremony, so you have to wait. But 6th and 7th graders can pick those up next week. I think that's all of my notes. Okay. Good luck to us. Thank you for your support. And this piece is one of my absolute favorites. It goes over every possible thing you need to learn in middle school is in this one piece. It's just fantastic. So enjoy. Oh, there's a few false endings where you feel like you're going to want to clap. Don't clap. Wait to the very end. I'll put my arms down very dramatically and you'll know. Okay. So good luck to you. heard there's a speech, so hold on.
So it's our last year as an 8th grader, and it's our last concert. So we wanted to give Miss Tanaki gifts, and I just wanted to say thank you for being such a great teacher and teaching us so many things. There's a sign and a book of thank yous for everything.
So thank you all for coming out tonight. Thank you to everyone in the orchestra. And thank you to Miss Tanaki most of all. She's given us the best family, honestly, that any of us could have. Don't cry, please. I'm going to start crying. Yeah, thank you so much. I got you flowers. They're purple. You're welcome. All right, thank you.
I also want to thank Ms. Tanaki for being so patient with us and helping us learn our music really well.
Thank you and have a good night.
Thank you.